But mate, I just saw the news and a big congratulations. Fucking
Oh
Team
yeah,
Queensland taking out the Capo.
it's official.
It is official.
It's official. We won.
How many
I
how
love it.
many recounts did it have to go through?
Um, um, I'm not sure how many they recounted it
Yeah.
with, but I know me and one of the other boys sat down for an hour and went through all the results, and we came back with the same number we had. So
Yeah, wow.
I think we had it nailed, but that's all right. Everyone was super passionate around who won,
So
and everyone
good.
thought they won, and turns out it was us that won. Team Queensland,
Fuck
baby.
yeah.
And let me just say, because of course all of Capo was obviously watching, because everyone watches it in this planet.
Mm.
I'm on a recruitment drive.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're bringing everyone. So it's on home soil. It's in Queensland next year, and I'm already reaching out to every strong motherfucker I personally can know and don't know, and just letting him know that we're running the show, and maybe they'd like to come and have a lift with us.
Yeah, it's already created so much interest within like, the community of Brisbane and just
Mm,
even within it, like personally with ourselves. Like I've already had
yep.
multiple people come up and mention it, which is sick.
Yeah, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm not sure what I think. Maybe APL's got their non-tested one down in Geelong,
Mm.
and
In
I'm
Geelong.
sure Yeah, I think I saw it there. I'm not
Yeah,
sure where
wow.
GPC is, but I like to think Brisbane. For some reason, man, I think we got all the powerlifters in Brisbane. This place up here is popping, right?
I think it just attracts like
Mm,
this whole east coast of Australia's and especially the Queensland is just
popping.
really, really flourishing at the
Mm.
moment. The amount of
Yeah, so
lifters
I
coming
think
to the sport is insane.
it's huge. Yeah, so us having a Brizzy gives everyone an alternative or an option to either, if they do travel for the other
Mm.
comps, to be able to stay in their hometown and do this one, which I'd be super stoked on. Or if they choose not to travel, they've got our one to come and play at, because we know it's going to be fucking cool.
100%. I think like we haven't had a really big, obviously APL and that's was this year.
Mm,
Obviously that was drug
mm,
tested, but we haven't had a really big meet in Queensland for a while now. So
mm. Yeah, yeah. Not since I mean, poor Matty Gore tried, except COVID killed him.
oh
Poor
yeah,
fella. His would have been so cool.
yeah, 100%. He put
Um,
a lot of effort into that one. So,
yep.
but I think
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Capo Nats already. I think it's going to be an absolute hoot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hoot, bro. It's gonna be a hoot. I'll tell you one thing
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing, and then we don't have to bang on about it too much. But we're gonna add a push pull in this
Oh,
year, which I'm super jazzed about. Because as like a coach and an event organizer, there is no fucking chance I'd be able to do that comp in any way, shape, or form,
mm,
because too fucking busy. However, we're gonna add a push pull on to the first night.
yeah, right.
So teens juniors are gonna be on day one. And my thoughts are teens juniors obviously not the biggest division, so maybe three flights of lifting. Um, Coaches usually maybe have one, two, maybe three at
Yeah,
best lifters in that. Push pull. Now the coaches have got something they can do that weekend as well,
before
because
everything gets fucked.
before everything really kicks off. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm a coach, so I'm gonna fucking do it.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
Platform exclusive. Johnny's a
yeah.
coach.
Yeah, I am a
Yeah.
coach. I coach the coach. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that next year. But that was like my thoughts when I was chatting to Henry about putting it in there. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that'd be sick. Let's do a push pull. So like, anyone who can't do the weekend, we put it at the start, and then everyone can have a fucking go hard on a push pull.
Would you run it alongside the teen juniors or completely separate?
Nah, it's
Yeah.
afterwards. Because that way, I mean, obviously there'll be people that are attracted to the idea of push
Yeah.
pull just because they like push pull. But anyone who's coaching or even just helpers from my side of things for that weekend,
Yeah.
they can be involved in the three lift throughout the week. But that push pull component is pretty easy to organise and run as a meet director. And as a coach, like fuck, you're not wrapping any knees, you're not doing this. Even if you have athletes in it, you can still jump in alongside them as well. Um, so I'm super jazzed
That's
for
actually
push
cool.
pull, and I think that might be my one comp next year.
Oof. Just your one?
Yeah, I'm just yeah, maybe one. That'll be enough.
Are you are
That's heaps.
you do you just compete once a year now?
I just when it fits, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's the. I mean, you get it, right?
Or I haven't
You got
competed
got
in a
a
long time, so I get it.
yeah, you got all the humans, and they do all their things across all their little
Yeah.
weekends, and then you got this thing called life, which some people controversy might not realize it's more important than powerlifting. Um, I said it.
And you know what? It's
Life's
true.
life's more
It
important.
it's so true. Look, may take
Yeah,
us a while to get there, but or understand that, but that's okay.
yeah, 100%. Maybe it's a few people could learn that one, but
100%.
that's all right.
But
Yeah, I think yeah, one a year, or just if something else fits in, then absolutely. But I think that fits the timeline.
100%. And it sounds like it's going to be an absolute unreal
It's gonna be a hoot.
fucking oath. That's my new saying at the moment. But we are for our listeners out there, we are doing a bunch of these shorter episodes to give you a bit more information, give you some updates, recap a few things that happen along the way. So if anyone listening that does have a question that they want us to answer on the potty or want more information about or want our thoughts on the topic, please DM, reach out and ask us what you want to know, and we will cover it across the potty. But today
Because we got a lot of
we have
thoughts.
a lot of thoughts, probably too many. Some could argue too many. But today we're going to recap. Obviously, GPC Nationals was just over the weekend. By the time this comes
Team
out, probably be about
Team
10
Epic
days.
crushed it.
Mate, Team Epic crushed it. You had Kevy B come down and absolutely fucking, mate, he's just, oh,
Kevin did well.
Kevin did do very well. He's an insane human. But I reckon
Mm.
let's go back and forth.
Who-
Overall, what do you think of the meet?
yeah, I think that was I was trying to think with Kevy. When was the last time we did a GPC Nationals that I went to? I think maybe it
Probably
was the Brizzy one
the
that
Matty G did.
maybe. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. So yeah, I don't have a big reference point. I think the boys and girls put on a well organised event.
mm,
I think the facility, the Diggers Club was cool.
mm.
I liked how it was really spread out. You know, you had your warm up room in the background, and then you had the competition happening in the front there.
Yeah.
I think it ran super quiet, super fast. Like I think we were done at like 3 o'clock on Sunday, and I was like, "Well, this is weird.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
this, this is weird. What do
Mm,
we do here?" And obviously, the standard of lifter is super high level
yeah.
down there. Like I know because I only got to see Kevy's podium, but first place was 920,
Jackson
second
Drew.
was 865, I think,
Yeah.
with Benny Stone, and then Kevy at 840, and then I think fourth and fifth was still in the eights as well.
Jeez, that's unreal for 125s.
Yeah, so super rad, super elite lifters. It was cool. The only thing, I mean, it was a bit sucky. Was like there just wasn't to me. I didn't think there was a big audience there,
Mm.
which would have been, I think that's kind of missed. But I'm not sure what's going on there. But like the last flight, I would have thought it'd be popping, but there just wasn't a big crowd out there,
Yeah.
cheering everyone on.
No, I have similar thoughts, man. I think overall, like, I think I was pretty apprehensive going down. And again, we both had
Yep.
very small um, experiences there. Like, obviously, had to fly back early, and you flew in just for Kevy on the Sunday.
Early.
Yeah, fuck, that was real early, bro. But overall, I thought it was a really good run meet. Big shout
Mm,
out to Hunter Strength and Performance because they
crushed it.
did, man. That as you said, the venue was unreal. Very big
Mm,
warm up area, which was
yeah.
fucking about time. Like if
I tell you what, I love what they
Hmm?
did. They did four monos in the warm up room.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Genius.
That
Genius.
was awesome.
Genius.
Huge.
Yeah.
And like
Genius.
I don't think many people realize how much that impacts just the flow of the day.
So much
Yeah,
easier.
and there's four
Way I
benches.
can I can only imagine what it'd be like when it was a busy flight, but we had only 9 in our flight.
Mm.
Super cruisy.
Man, I think
No one was battling each other
yeah.
for weights and barbells. Everyone was chill. It was brutal.
Also, those new bars they had out the back. Did you ever did you ever
Jesus.
feel of those?
I could do some metal work with those. Like if I had to like shave some steel down, I could
Bro, they
use that
were
barbell.
fucking fresh bars. I grabbed one, my hand
Yeah,
was just
damn.
like fucking
Yeah.
already calloused up. But
Mm,
everything like from an organizational standpoint, I think in terms of how the day ran, they did really well. And as you said, the Diggers Club was really nice, and there was so much to do around there. Like, you could get a feed downstairs.
mm,
You could go across the road, and there was a good bunch of cafes, not or
mm,
restaurants in a very short walking distance.
mm, mm,
The hotel across the road attached to it apparently
mm.
was excellent. So
Yeah, I stayed there.
yeah,
Did you stay there?
nah, we ended up just getting an Airbnb, a few of us.
Nice,
But
nice.
and again, like everything was just really, really well organized from that point.
Mm.
Um,
Awesome steak. I had a killer steak.
at that steakhouse,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yep,
good,
yep,
bro.
yep.
That was really, I was happy with that. And I think, as you said, like the competition was really surprising with the standard of the competition. Like we see a lot of new lifters coming through now at this level, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's good to see them getting their time. And man, some of the battles were really sick.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
super tight.
and then of course, like obviously, within our own community, all the performances was unreal. But again, I
Mm,
actually I agree. Like I thought the crowd was a bit, even across the Friday and Saturday, like it wasn't really full.
mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, I didn't think it was full. And I think something as a meet director, like as we all move into the new future of our amazing sport, it's growing and it's going super cool. But as meet directors, yeah, yeah, we need to do something to get the audience there,
mm,
get the thing popping,
100%.
because that's like as a lifter, that's important. I think that's the and showcase our cool sport.
Yeah, because
Like
that's how it
I know
goes.
the live feed would have been sick. I didn't watch it, but just all the cameras and
Mm.
technology they seem to have sitting there, that's sick. Like that's something everyone needs to keep. Everyone needs to really do because that was cool what they had.
I think the live feed was really good. I didn't watch too much of it, but the feedback I had there is like you couldn't really tell what was going on. They didn't have.
Uh,
It was a bit. That was probably my only real criticism is that the live feed
mm,
you couldn't see like what was on the bar, what was being lifted.
yeah.
Um, I
Damn.
think that's me being privileged to the fact that in previous years, whether it be like a pro raw or whatever other comp, they've always had that live feed explaining exactly what's going on with the commentator on the side, possibly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yep,
but
yep. That stuff's important. Everyone needs to use Liftercast, man. That was cool. I've used
Liftercast
that
is
now.
really good, and then like I think Rucci's Nationals the year before, they got their own system that just
Damn.
broadcasts, and you can see where like who's coming where and
Mm,
what states in front and all that. So like
yeah, yeah.
So it was a really good Nationals. Like overall, again, shout out to Leroy because going in I was a bit apprehensive. Just and it's nothing to do with Leroy. He did really really well, and I can't stress that
Mm,
enough. But it's just surprised me with that. GPC's what they kicked off in about 2012 2013 with Nationals, and they
mm,
just don't seem to have a handbook or a system that they can go to each meet director for a Nationals and go, here's the system we do, add your own
mm,
flair, whatever it may be,
mm,
but do this. Like
mm,
the way invites were sent out was probably my only other criticism, and that I think
yep.
looked gave people a lot of like I guess not an anxiety, but an apprehension of fuck, what are we walking into?
Mm,
So,
yeah, yeah.
and again, I don't blame Leroy. I just can't believe that there's not a system for how they do it,
Yeah, yeah. You'd think it'd be
a proper
a cookie
business.
cutter sort of. Yeah, yeah. Like here's your meet director package as
Yeah,
a national runner, and
yeah,
you know, whatever it is, 12, 14, 16 weeks out.
mm,
Here's the emails. Here's the payment system, etc. that you use to
yeah, exactly.
manage and look after it
It
all.
just like to me, it seems logical, but hey, I'm not in the position of, I really can't be commenting. Like, I'm not in your position where you've
Yep.
had to run meets all the time. I've just seen it,
Mm,
very close secondhand to Matty G and how he operates.
yep.
So,
Mm. Yeah, he does a killer job. I think that the only thing that I think gets lost occasionally is that we don't really make a lot of money out of these things as a meat director. Not certainly not time pennies. Like even if fuck, if I don't even know what he would make, even if Leroy made 10 grand out of that thing, like you don't really make 10 grand because you work out how many fucking hours you worked.
mm,
You're not making a lot of money.
no,
So you do run out of a lot of time to do a lot of stuff that you might want to do
100%.
because that's probably one of the big
And I
challenges.
think that's like again, like you could essentially systemize that, where a point you
Yeah.
go, or as a federation, you come together and go, okay, cool. These are the guys we use for the live stream. These are the guys
Mm,
and they'll like take care of all the graphics of it and everything like that. This is this
mm,
payment system. So once all that's set
mm,
up, we then
mm,
and it could just be like. even if GPC wanted to take, or a federation, sorry, I shouldn't just fucking bag on GPC, but even just a federation go, cool, we'll accept all the, or we get all the payments for the nationals, and then we
Mm,
give it back to the meet director. That way, again, it's just
mm,
one little less thing the meet director has to think about, and
mm,
they can just focus
mm,
on putting on, like as you said, a really good spectacle to attract
mm.
people to the venue to
Big
grow
for
the
the show.
sport. But again,
Mm,
like Newcastle's probably a bit of a secluded area. Um,
mm,
Easy for people in New South Wales to travel to. I didn't realize how close it was
mm.
to the big city, Sydney and stuff. But
Yeah, they drove there,
yeah,
eh?
bro, like
Take it.
only a couple of hours. But
Mm,
overall, again, I don't want to bag it out because I thought it was a really good meet. Um,
mm.
Quality of lifting was high. What I did like was one of
Elite.
one of the first GPC Nationals where there was an open bar in the venue, and a few people
Mm.
getting on it, which created a little bit more of a
Ah,
fun day.
got got to put a bar. Got to put a bar in powerlifting, bro.
Oh, shit, bloody
Absolutely.
oath! There seems to be a correlation between powerlifters and alcohol.
Yeah, I think 100%. I mean, as a spectator, you're stuck there watching your mate from anywhere to 5 to 8 hours.
Mm,
They lift 9 times in that 5 to 8 hours for a total of about 30 seconds each
yeah,
time. Maybe a minute if they take their fucking sweet ass time.
yeah.
You got to give the people something to do, and I think beer is one of those things they need to
Did
do.
you have those cookies that were there?
Delicious,
Oh, bro, unreal.
delicious. I had to. It
Yeah,
was excellent.
worth it.
It was. I tell you one thing I'd like to point out, and
Mm,
which I think is super cool. Your girl Brooke, Coach Brooke, mate. How many other female coaches are there down there?
mm. Yeah, man. There's one thing I really noticed,
Not many. I didn't see any. I don't think.
and I think like,
Um,
and obviously,
I think it's super rad.
yeah,
Like she is mixing it. Her boy did awesome.
that's what like I think
Um,
really stood out for me as well. Like she has a bunch of female clients that are absolutely killing
mm,
it. Like there's no doubt about that. But she had Troy Flanagan, and big shout out to Troy. He had an unreal meet, but he
weapon.
mixed it with some of the best. He went 8:35 in the
Unreal.
110s. Pretty sure it was
Mm.
110s actually. It was 110s.
He,
Um,
he's big, thick boy.
yeah, bro, he had to cut for that. There's talks that we're gonna talk. It is confirmed he'll go 125s for October.
Ooh, big boy.
Yep, just run that more is more method there.
More
Yep.
sandwiches.
But yeah, man, it was really good to see. Like one of the only female strength coaches across the
Mm,
whole weekend. Um,
mm,
and I think that's also a big testament to Troy.
mm.
Having that trust and the ability in Brook to get him to where he needs to go. I think a lot of lesser males would look and they go, no, and that's just
Yeah.
unfortunate the way the industry
Mm,
is at the moment.
mm.
But
Yeah, I think there's some opportunity there that, it's exciting to see people like Brooke like stepping up
mm,
and taking the charge. I think I've often perplexed and confused when you look around the warm up room and you just don't see that many female coaches floating there. They deserve to be in
mm.
that space. They're smart, intelligent coaches out there that should do it.
Smart, intelligent, and very strong.
They're super strong. It's exactly right. I know I saw Mickey. Will and Mickey was floating around and doing
Yep.
stuff. She's engaging and chatting to her crew. Um, but yeah, just you didn't see too many ladies out
Mm,
there doing it, at least on Sunday. So
yeah.
let's get more of you out there, ladies.
Mm.
Yeah, get more boys behind when girls in training with you guys, because you guys are smart, intelligent lifters, coaches.
I think what the best thing about it is. I believe personally, they're also a lot more empathetic.
Oh yeah, that'd be right.
I would 100% believe that, and I think it's just really cool to see that it's growing like that, and see
Mm,
people like Brooke leading the charge. So well done,
mm,
Brooke. Good job,
yeah, and she lifted too, right?
bro. She crushed it. Crushed
Yeah,
it. I think we added like 17 and a half, or no, 22 and a half to a total.
just 22, no big deal.
Was it? Or 17? Either way, it was unreal. Super
There's
stoked.
many.
It was a lot. Like it ended up being 7.5 kilo across each lift since like July.
Ooh.
No, whenever June. Yeah, because it was a short
Mm,
turnaround between this one and this one.
yep,
Yeah, so unreal. Like super stoked with
that'd
that.
be her first GPC Nats.
Yeah, her first nationals across any, so it was really cool experience for
Wow,
her. And
massive milestone.
yeah, And I think I forget. I think I get that gets lost on me that like some of
Mm,
these guys, this is their first nationals, and it's a really big
mm,
step. Just because
yeah.
I've both competed at a multitude, multiple nationals now, and coached for the last like
Mm,
10 GPC Nats.
mm,
So I got to sit back and really go, oh yeah, this is actually not just a big moment, for the business in a sense or myself, but also for the
mm.
lifter. So
Yeah, super rad. And you had there's three of you bloody coaches if you include you down there.
yeah, there was so myself, Mason, and Brooke, and we all had lifters, and I think that was the one thing I did recognize. I sat back and gone, fuck, this is like probably the first real nationals where we've all taken a crew down, our own
Mm,
mini crew within the big crew, um,
mm,
and they just all man, fuck me, they all did so well.
mm.
Couldn't believe like Mason's client Lindy turns 50 this week, and
She's so strong.
bro, she scored a 230. She broke
I know.
four national records.
She is so strong, bro.
I couldn't believe it.
Mm. Totaled five something.
Yeah, it was. I'll work it out because it baffles me.
Mm. Five something.
It was
She's so
230
strong, bro.
plus 225. I'm pretty sure for a deadlift and
Ooh,
105.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
560. Jesus, at 50,
She's strong,
like
bro.
she only started
So
lifting
good.
probably 3 years ago.
Oh wow. Wish I started lifting 3 years ago and I was elite like that.
We probably wouldn't be as broken as we are now.
I'm just a hobbyist. Yeah, my knee. My knee.
What'd you do to your knee? I saw that.
It's just always sore.
Yeah.
I did jiu-jitsu. That's what I did. That's what I did. I did jiu-jitsu and I did it a long time ago. Yeah, oh, man, I did. I got structural damage. I got foot
Oh,
swept about 400 years ago doing jiu-jitsu and tore a meniscus and all that sort of jazz, but
it's
it's
never the
just
same,
sore.
is it?
No, it's not the same. It's the old, it's like every other lifter, I'm sure, who's my age or older. You've used your body to either doing this sport, other sports, or just living, and things are broken and sore, and you just got to be cool with
Where you're at?
things being sore, right?
Mm,
So deciding what you can do and what you can't do, and whether you push through it or not push through it. But I got my way of sorting it out. We get treatment on a Monday now. Now that we're getting towards the heavy side of things, and
yep.
I've got to make sure I do some of my own stuff, and got to do a lot of boring single leg rehabby shit that's not exciting, but we do all that and we manage it.
Mm, good.
But it's good. Yeah, try not to do too much walking. Even, mate, I'm on the bike doing some cardio,
I love
which
it.
is nice, which
I
is good
rate
for
it.
it.
I love it.
Mm,
Love it. No eccentric load on the bike. You're not going to pull
yeah.
up sore. You're going to keep it moving, keep tendons healthy.
Man, I feel good off the bike. I
Mm,
did some on. Got to do it at least once a week minimum. But I did it on bench day
yep.
on Thursday. I got off that thing feeling great.
Mm,
It was excellent. And for me, it's the difference. When my knees sore, I can't turn out and I can't push down.
yep.
So my knees are slightly collapsed in, and I have this rubbish looking sumo.
I've
It's
uh,
really hard.
I've really embraced the walking, like either on a treadmill or a sled, like walking
Yep.
backwards.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Lovely.
Love it for the knee tendon health.
Yep.
Oh man, it
Yep.
feels. And obviously, you're just getting a really big quad pump.
Yeah, that's nice. No complaints on the quad pump. Yeah, but I'm stoked. I pulled three doubles at 265 yesterday, so that's good.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Mm. And they felt good. Like they felt easy as I expected.
That'd be close to PR territory for you.
Oh yeah, I'm in front.
Yeah. Fuck,
Yeah,
that's
I'm in front.
huge.
The only thing that hasn't been pulled is the big one yet. So
Yeah,
not yet. Patience,
that's good.
patience, patience.
I love that.
October, end of November. That's when we'll get to do it.
Yep,
Not yet. That's all right. Have you lifted this week?
I
Did you
have.
manage
I've
to
actually,
lift?
I've actually managed 2 sessions already this week.
Ooh, let's go.
Bloody, I walked. Obviously coming back from the weekend, busy weekend, but managed to sneak in a session down at the local Good Life here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was just a very quick pump, and
Mm,
then just ran that same sort of mentality into my squat session yesterday, just on the safety bar, and I'm just really trying to get in and out within like an hour at the moment. So
you can do it.
yeah, and it's doing. I am doing it right now, and it's feeling great, and I feel better because it's like I'm not fucking running my mouth for half the time, and like obviously the loads aren't as heavy, but man, I feel good afterwards, and that's the main thing at the moment. It's just I just want to feel good.
That's good. I
Yeah.
like the stopwatch. Stopwatch keeps me accountable to making sure I go again.
I've put the headphones in,
Mhm.
and the stopwatch on, and I make it very obvious. Like I put it in a place where there's people can see it, so
Mm,
they know. One, I'm not going to fucking talk to you because I'm on a stopwatch. But two, my headphones are blatantly in.
mm. Yeah. Not listening to anything, but they're on, so that just says fucking leave me alone.
I, I I've tried that once or twice before, and the only place I can do that is on a plane.
Yep.
And because they're
Well,
noise
that's
cancelling, they
nice.
kind of like just cancel out all that background noise of a plane anyway.
Can
But
cancel out the people.
yeah, hmm
Good times. Well, mate, if Paddy Morrison can be super strong and train 3 days a week, fucking 45 minutes a day. So,
literally. That is after that potty, I was like, okay, it is possible. Here is an
yep.
elite lifter that does it.
Mm,
Let's go.
yeah, yeah. I love it.
Mm,
Good chat, bro.
absolutely, bro. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, sir. And as I said, for all our listeners out there, if you do have any questions or topics that you want us to discuss, please feel free to slide into our DMs and we will answer them on the show.
We have many thoughts and opinions.
We do.